Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And no, the show doesn't start in 5 minutes. It starts right now. And we're going to make that happen. Anyway, give me a half a second. I just seen something I got to fix, so. There, and I fixed it. All right, so, okay, you guys hear me? That is wonderful. Thank you, everyone. And welcome. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you are watching the VolcanoX live stream. And thank you for popping in here. Drum roll. We can hear you, Dr. Fox. Thanks, Sharon Stewart. Awesome. And real good on everything there. Thank you, everyone. And yeah, obviously, most of you already know that I wasn't on yesterday for obvious reasons. And yeah, I'll try to stay away from the subject, but I will tell you what transpired. So it's well, I wasn't going to say it's all good. It's certainly not good. My sister passed away, and unfortunately, it's a little bit more kind of not the best thing. But as far as what actually happened, we're still not sure. Nobody had contact with her for over 2 weeks. So we don't know how long she actually was passed away beforehand, and they did find her on the couch. Doesn't appear to be foul play or anything like that, but it happened. So, and yes, she was younger than I was, and she did have some medical issues, but that should not have happened. So anyhow, I just figured I'd tell all of you that, just so you know what's going on. And yeah, it is very, very sad to hear. I don't know if I want to throw more in here, but it's not easy on any of us family members, of course. Always difficult when you have something like that happen in your life. And this is the second sibling in my lifetime that we've lost. My oldest brother was back in 2009, and now my sister. So hopefully things will be okay in the future. And hopefully we won't have any more of these. But anyway, I just figured I'd share that with you guys, so you guys know what we're looking at. And yeah, volcano on the screen is Etna in Sicily. So that's what you're seeing right now. But that was from earlier today. Since it's dark there now, I do back the screen up a little bit here, so we can see what is going on. And that's kind of what we're doing. So welcome, everyone. Glad to have you all on board. Unfortunately, I made a big boo-boo. I have no idea who was first in the channel today and who gets cookies, because I accidentally hit the go button and got into a bunch of other things and wasn't paying attention, and by the time that was already gone, it was already done, right? So who was first? That's what I gotta ask, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, Colin Deadman. Okay, if Colin was first, then yay, Colin gets the cookies. So excellent. Oh wow, great film. Thank you very much for that. Hang on here, I gotta write that down. Boy, great. Film 3 And thank you kindly for that wonderful super chat. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so let me get this going here. Colin Deadman, and we'll give him some cookies. There we go, we got Colin some cookies. So thank you kindly for being first, Colin. Do appreciate you guys jumping in and doing your thing, and that is absolutely awesome. Okay, so yeah, let's go with who's all here. And of course, like I said, on the screen is Mount Etna. I was going to change that to see if the other shot was a little better. It's a little closer up, and you can see it smoking a little bit, but it is a little shaky. It must be windy there. So that's what we're seeing. And let me get that banner off of there. There we go. And I will start saying hello to all of our good people. Yes, Sarah Miles, you did get that right. Lots of earthquakes in Iceland, and we're going to look at that really carefully today and see what's going on. Anyway, well, welcome to everyone. Gura, thank you. I'm writing that down too. Gura, thank you very, very kindly for the 109 Swedish kroners. That's wonderful. Thank you. Okay. Want to say hi anyway. And let's get listing some names here. Of course, Colin Dedman, Grandma B, and we've got Tetra's in the house. Billy Bomb, Joe is back. Paul Williams, Great Film 3. And of course, I didn't say welcome to my moderators. Arizona Snowman and Piggy are both here, as well as we've got Linda Schoof is in the house. Sue Hayes is here. Gura is here. Juliet, Sasha, Vincent Afton made it back. Neil, is it Ove? I hope I got it right. And let's see, going up a little bit more. Kevin Haynes in the house. Welcome. Jane Binch also made it in. And let's see who else we got here. I'm going up the list a little bit quicker, trying to find names. Paul Williams, I think I might have said that already. Tom Dice is back. Good to have you on board. Linda is here. And going up some more, looking for other names. Trev T made it in. Juliet is here, of course. And let's see. Anna Wallner, welcome. Guten Abend. And let's see, we got Linda already. Sarah Miles in the house. And going up some more to see what is going on. I see a super chat come in, but I'm going up the list right now, so I'll have to look at that afterwards there. And thank you kindly. I will take a look shortly. Henry Nelson, I don't know if I mentioned you already. Okay, we got Anna, we got Neil, we got, and Sharon Stewart is here. Welcome. All one word, or should I say it all one word, like that? It's all one word. Sue Hayes, we got you. Dodger in the house. And going up a little bit more, we got Sharon already. Paul Williams, we got. Trev, we got. Tom Truelove also here, as well as Richard Lapointe. Welcome, or welcome back. Appreciate you guys coming in. And going up a little bit more, see who else I might have missed. Jane Binch, welcome. Pamela Moncure, and welcome back. And yes, Piggy, Pamela has the same first name as you, which is all right. And I know it looks a little odd when you type it in or type that name in and go, hang on, that's my name. How come it was so easy to type? Oh, okay, going up a little bit more to see who else snuck in the door if I did miss you. You can always yell at me. Tracy Bills is here as well. Welcome, Tracy. And looking to see who else. We got Guru, we got Dodger. Going up, and I am up as high as I can go. I see Juliet at the top there. Don't know if I mentioned her name, but I'm sure I'm probably missed a few people here. So if I did miss a few of you, don't panic. I'm sure I will say hi to you along the way here. If not, you can yell at me loudly. And Amelia, welcome back. Good to see you. And who else got in here while I was up at the top? And I see that super chat now from, it's Paul Williams. Thank you, Paul. Do appreciate the super chat, Paul Williams, and 10 pounds. All right, there we go. Got it. Thank you kindly. And going up a little bit more here to see who else I might have missed in between. We got all right, Flinders L, welcome, and new name on me, but welcome on board. And let's see, who else have we got in here? We got Sue Hayes already, we got Sasha, we got Sarah. All right, I think I'm good with names for right now. And oh wow, Brian, perfectibility. Perfectibility. Boy, that's hard to write. 999. Thank you kindly for that $10 super chat as well. Do appreciate that. Thanks. Okay, we're good with names for right now, so thank you guys for throwing those super chats in there. I do appreciate that. That's awesome. And Amelia says, hi, Volcano peeps. Yeah, and hi. I'm glad to have you on board. Helson, I'm not sure if I said that correctly, but welcome. And whoa, Gura. Oh, hang on, Gura. Okay, I got that. 219. And that is Swedish kroners. Thank you, Gura. That's awesome. Do appreciate that. Thank you kindly. Okay, did I say Vincent? I think I got Vincent earlier there. Okay, yeah. Let's keep going though with our stream here, and we'll see what we can do with some of this. Anyhow, Italy or Sicily looked not bad. If we move ahead a little bit in the timeline here, that's about what is that? That's 1700 or 5 p.m. their time. That's what it was looking like, which isn't too bad. If we move up a little bit more, 1825, the clock, you can see a little bit of smoke coming off of the top of Etna in several areas. So we know she's not dead or anything like that. Hey, Kate made it in. Welcome, Kate. And aloha to 2 pineapples. Welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And let's see, pushing it a little bit more here to see what else we've got. So, yeah, Etna was doing its thing, and as it went into the darkness of the night, that is kind of what we ended up seeing. A little lighter, yeah, and there, it's gone. it flew the coop. So if we go to the other camera views, this was from the other side, slightly different view, but still, actually this one I kind of like because it shows how nice that area out in front actually is. Beautiful trees and you know, acreages, cottages or houses. Looks pretty awesome there, and kind of love it. And I'm not sure what happened to this camera, whether they moved it or I got into a different view, but I think it got moved, or I picked a different stream. They do have a few there at Weather Sicily, so when you go, you can get the different views of Etna. Pretty awesome. And who's a slacker? Who is the slacker? Let's see. All right, I missed that. He is off to bed. Who's off to bed? Oh, somebody's leaving? You can't go to bed yet? It's too early, and it's only 5:11 p.m. here, so you can't go to bed. Anyway, all right. It's Juliet's hubby. Okay. Now we know what the rest of the story is there. That's all right. Anyway, yeah. All fun, you guys. All fun. 2:11 there. It's Piggy. That's early. It's time to get up. Yes, he hit thumbs up. It's 1:11 there. Okay, 1:11 in the morning. All right, pretty cool. Anyway, not too much more to report on Etna right now. We will have a look over at Stromboli afterwards. But let's go over to Iceland, and we'll look at fuzzy pictures. Iceland was not that great today as far as visibility is concerned, so let's get over there and we will have a look. And I do have some good news from Iceland, and we will talk about Iceland a little bit more shortly. First, let's just talk about Ragnar. There's Ragnar, of course, our wonderful volcano. You see how cloudy it is up top here, and the pictures were actually very, very poor from this camera. You can barely see what's going on. You can see some of those little tiny, what I call no-see-em type flies are sitting on the camera lens, making their little spots. If we click it forward or back, you see them dissipate. But that is what it looked like there today, and in the fog, in the clouds, and stuff like that. So this is probably about the best shot that we're going to get for the day of the area. But one thing you will notice if you're looking is, hey, that's all that's left for snow right there. A little bit right there. Most of the snow, we don't see any. Oh, maybe a little patch right there. Very, very little snow left, which is really, really good. And that is awesome. So, yeah, the lava slide. And that's exactly what that is. It's basically where it rolled down. So out of Geldingadurler, down the hill to the elbow, and down that way into Notthaggy. And that's where it went. So that's kind of the extent of the shot there. You can see it as it went all the way down. And I don't mind showing their logo, that's fine. Well, why is that thing moving on me? Anyway, that's to the edge of the screen. That's as far as we can go. And looks awesome, even though it is fairly low quality. Again, you see all these different bugs on the screen. Kind of bugs me. I want to get out there and clean it with something. But anyway, we'll leave that be. Let's go to the other shot. And as I said, it was very, very poor visibility, and this is part of the problem. So we only have a few good frames that we can actually look at. And here that gets you out into the parking lot area. And again, you can see a very, very little snow left in most places. You see a couple of spots in shaded areas, like that'll be shaded from the sun from that angle, I guess. Didn't melt it very well. But you do see some cars there, not much. And let's go back down here, looking at the southern end of our good, and I'm wondering what these are. That's kind of odd. Anyway, this is the southern end of Nathagi Valley. There's the berm, and there's the end of the lava flow. And that is actually pretty cool and awesome to see. But let's go over to the harmonic tremor chart. And I know last little while, every time we look at it, it is not working. But good news, it's working. And I'm happy to see that. So first thing I looked at, of course, when I seen this, going, yikes, spikes. So we do have some spikes in here, and those are indicating that we have some earthquakes in the area. And we do indeed have some earthquakes in the area. So now some volcanologists, and I'm not going to name names since Yvonne isn't here, some volcanologists have suggested that we may be getting an eruption in Iceland fairly soon. And we will look at that really, really in depth right away. Just right now, I just want to note that we are on an upward trend that's leveling off right now, and not doing too much. But what we see here, at least 1, 2, 3, 4 reasonable quakes within that little area. We're not going to count this guy from the day before, but these are definitely in there, and that is something we're going to have to take a look at. So let's pop over, and we're going to take a look and see what we see on our charts here. And of course, I set this guy up for 3 days, and you can see there, and that's going from the 16th onward, no, 12th onward to the 15th. So first, let's have a look up top. We don't see anything up there, so everything is pretty good. Looking right there, this is something obviously we missed yesterday or day before. Yep, yesterday at 1755, 13 kilometers down, 1.4, nothing major there. Then we see this guy, and that should be out very close to Astja, if not right in it, and it is. Happens to be right in the middle of the crater, and there we go, a 2.0, or sorry, 1.9, 2 kilometers down, and that was actually at 11:53. So that's kind of sizable. That one didn't show a depth, yeah, 2 kilometers, so it's not very far down. That makes a guy wonder what the heck is going on. And of course, down here, Grimsvatn is right here, and this one here is just a little guy. I'm not sure where that came from, but it was at 2 a.m. this morning, a 1.2, 7 kilometers down, and he didn't have too many friends, just that older one there from before. There's Grimsvatn right there. So if we zoom back out and move over a little bit, we do see our older stuff up here. This one was from yesterday at 2245, 2.2 magnitude, 2 kilometers down. and this seems to be something that's going on, something very close to the surface. This one is 4 kilometers down, and that was a 2.4, and that happened at 13:21 today. So Icelandic time, and then we also had at 4:06 a.m. 4 kilometers down, this 1.5. That takes care of most of everything on the general body of Iceland. Now we'll take a look at Reykjanes Peninsula. Now, we all remember that we had this massive swarm right here. And that is very, very interesting to see. And that may be where our next volcano comes up. Don't know yet. I can't confirm anything because we really have no idea if we're going to continue to see things happen there, or if this is just some spreading and movement, and seeing what happens. But I'm curious. Let's have a let's leave these alone. Let's look at this stuff here first. And this is just right outside of Grindavik, and this is Grindavik here. This is the Blue Lagoon, and the power plant is right beside it. These will start down here, 1.84 kilometers down, 4:41 a.m. The next one over, 1.85 kilometers down at 6:01 a.m. And then we had some older ones here, which we probably missed from yesterday. Yeah, because we weren't here. 10:39 on that one. This one here, 1.8 at 11:04. Next one was a little bit bigger, 2.5 magnitude, 4 kilometers down at 13:26. Then we get up to the other new one here, 2.2, that was 5 kilometers down at 12:08 in the afternoon. So that's what we're seeing there. Now, all of these are basically in a certain area there where there has been some fissure activity, or what was previously fissures that had opened up there. So it's going to be interesting. Okay, Waffen SS. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on there, but okay, we are looking at Iceland right now as far as the earthquakes. So anyway, don't particularly appreciate your wonderful avatar there. Anyway, we'll move over to the other side here, and we see here in Nutkriki, or sorry, not Hagi. This is not Kriki on this side. This is not Hagi, and this is where Gelting the Darler pours down into not Hagi. But we do have these quakes in here, so this is interesting. 11:41, 4 kilometers down, 1.6. This guy here, 1.4, 4 kilometers down, 11:15 a.m. Next one down in the bottom of the valley here, 10:45 a.m., 5 kilometers down, 1.8. And then we have these two guys here, 12:03 for this 2.1, 4 kilometers down. Next guy over, 3 kilometers down, 1.6, 11:39. And then we move on and we see a few more, 11:50, 4 kilometers down, 1.3. And let's see, then we get to this bigger one, 2.8. Now these are getting sizable, 11:11 a.m. And then we also have this 1.5, 4 kilometers down, 11:07 a.m. And then we have this guy here, 11:09, 1.7 in magnitude, 4 kilometers down. And then we do one more right down here where the lake used to be, 1.75 kilometers down at 10:49. So they were all in fairly close proximity time-wise, and that is kind of unusual or interesting, if you want to call it that, but that's where they are. Now I want to move over to the other map here, and that is this one. Wow, Gura, holy macaroni, Gura, 109 Swedish kroners. That's awesome, Gura. Thank you kindly. Do appreciate all those super chats. Thank you, and that's awesome. I love that. That's actually a super sticker. Thank you. Really do appreciate it. Okay. Now, if we look at this, I'm not so interested. We've seen these, right? So those are all in Nothagi, and I guess we call the upper end here in Geldingadarler. Our Ragnar sits about right there, and that's about where it is. So seeing all these down here, it's a little ways away. Now, one of the things I do want to mention is way back when our Ragnar first kicked in, at first they thought it was going to erupt down here somewhere. Okay. And then all of a sudden things moved, and then they were thinking it was going to be over here in Not Creaky, and then all of a sudden they said, well, no, it's not going to happen there, it's going to happen up here at Kalier. And then it finally decided to pop out at Fragadelfjall, right in Geldingadarler, right there. So this bouncing around of swarms of earthquakes is going to be interesting to observe for the next little while. But the reason I brought this one up, it does show us all the different names. Now, one of the things that we did see, and it's kind of hard to tell, but if we're looking at this one here, this area, and I'm probably going to butcher this name, is Rudhol. I'm not sure if that's the proper name for it, but I want you to look at something from here. You see, this is a lava flow out here, and there's a whole row of fissures here. And if we zoom in, we can see that a little bit easier by actually looking at them. So they haven't erupted for a little while, but all that outflow, to restock volcano seeds, but don't tell anyone. Trev T, thank you, Trev T, and that's a 20-pound super chat. Thanks, Trev, appreciate that, and that's awesome. Anyway, looking at these all the way along, so if we go and we're looking at this whole thing, you can see multiple points where it had opened up. And this is basically all the same fissure that had opened up way back when, and left a whole bunch of stuff all the way along. And of course, it created this massive lava flow here, and that includes this, and it continues, okay, and it goes all the way out to about here, as far as what we can tell. And just looking at, and it poured out to these points from these flows. So that would tell you that that stuff has got to be fairly liquidy lava material that was pouring pretty quick. But we are thinking, well, this is where the swarm was, right in here. And this is something that may end up happening, is that we could see it down here. No guarantees and no promises, but that is a very big possibility. And as you can see, like this one did create quite a bit of lava flow, but definitely not enough to get all the way over to Grindavik, which is really, really good. The other thing to note here, you see the darker colored of areas of lava. Those are fresher areas of lava flow. So there may be something there. Again, we're not certain if that's where it is. We also have this guy as a contender here. That this is a little bit older. This Sular or Sular. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but they are working that area as a mine of some sort. So I'm not sure what would happen if this area erupted, but we do see we have a road out there. So, you know, for us tourists, just saying, you guys, just saying. And we do already have a parking lot, so that's actually pretty cool. And we don't know what's going to happen in the future there. And anyway, if it does go, that would be very, very interesting. And maybe it will in the future. We'll see. Definitely going to be keeping an eye on this because it is a massive uptick in things happening there. And yes, I do see it is break time, and I do got to get at that. So welcome to all of those wonderful people who are in here so far, and thank you guys for the wonderful support. Do appreciate that. I see we got 76 likes so far, which is great, and hopefully we can get that up a little bit higher. Would be awesome. We're trying to hit that 150 mark. Hopefully we can do that today. That would be really, really cool. Also, if you are new to the stream and you have not yet subscribed, please do consider subscribing. On Passive Belgium, welcome, and glad to have you on board. Okay, but I am going to go for a break, you guys, so please don't go away. We got lots of stuff to go through when I come back, and I think for right now I am going to see if we can put you out to Taal out in the Philippines. And oh, there's a thank you for watching. Now I forgot to turn that off. Let's get rid of that. And yeah, Taal is not the best view right now. Maybe we will go over to something slightly different. Let me just check and see what it looks like out at oh, which one do we want? They all look alike to me, you know. Not Sakurajima. No, I don't want that one. I don't want that guy either. Where's this? Oh, we got so many choices. Let's take a look. No, we're not going to do Popocatépetl. It's raining there. And we can't see the backside of that. Fuego is not streaming right now. It must be cloudy there. And oh, I do want to show you this shot though before I go do that. Here's a little bit of a nice little shot from Nicaragua. That is Tilica, and it is the sun's rays just passing over top of the cone there. That is actually a pretty awesome photo. I'm actually going to take a picture of that, and I did. There we go. So yeah, okay, that's not where I'm going to leave you though. Let me just leave you on Taal for right now, and we know what it's doing anyway, and it'll clear a little bit. You will be okay. And I am going to go take that 5-minute break. Don't go away, you guys. Lots more to come, and thank you. So keep smiling, be good. Music's coming back on, and I'll see you in 5 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. I've got the volume up here and turning the music back down. We'll leave it ever so slightly. Kevin Haynes throws in a $4 super chat. Thank you, Kevin. Kevin Haynes. Just writing that down real quick. Thank you kindly, Kevin. And that's awesome. Do appreciate that. And thank you for that support. Okay, thank you, everyone. I see Sharon Stewart says, I can hear you. And Piggy says, welcome back. Thank you. Sue Hayes also said that. And Juliet said, we can hear you, Dr. Fox. Alan Coker just made it in. Welcome, Alan. Glad to have you back on board. Paul Williams also can hear me. So awesome. Glad to see that. Thank you, guys. All right. Right now, what's on the screen, of course, is Taal volcano in the Philippines. And it is at a level 3 right now. So they had it out of 4, they dropped it to a 2, and it's back up to a 3. So we'll see what happens in the future with it. But I think what we want to do is mosey on around, and we're going to have a look at some of the other volcanoes and see what is going on. So let's pop over to Japan first, if I can get to the right ones. And we will have a quick peek. Not very much smoke coming out of the top of Sakurajima in the southern ends of Japan. And it is relatively quiet, even though they do have it listed as an eruptive state. There we can see a little bit from the distance. A longer view. Our boat is leaving. We missed the boat already. Darn it. I guess we're not going back over to the mainland. Or, well, this is all part of the mainland. It's just this is a ferry that goes across to get you there a little bit quicker, so you don't have to drive all the way around on the outsides of this. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, that is Sakurajima in Japan. Let's move on and hide your eyes. Yes, that is that 4-letter word. It's called snow, and there are flakes coming down. And I want to kind of mention as well, it is snowing like Banshee here. Unreal. Snowing again. It snowed this morning, but there was no snow forecast for this afternoon or evening. Yet we are getting a lot of snow. But it hasn't reaccumulated yet. We're supposed to get a little bit warmer tomorrow. Anyway, that screen is fine. Then we go over to our wonderful ASO, ASO San volcano, and that is what we've got happening there. You see the steam rising out of it. It was raining there yesterday quite a bit, and the day before, so we probably have a lot of water sitting in that caldera there, and of course some of that being on the hot rocks, it's getting heated up and evaporating, and that's what we're seeing. And let's carry on with other volcanoes. And of course, this one here is Suwanosejima, and that is one of the southern islands off the tip of Japan. Dr. Fox, that's dandruff. The angels ran out of Selsun Blue and Head and Shoulders. Ah, I hate when that happens. Anyway, this view obviously isn't the greatest, even though it is at 8:44 a.m., so not the best visibility, but you can see a little plume of smoke coming off of there, going upward, and that's kind of what we're seeing from that point right now. Not sure what this thing is going to do in the future. I didn't see it erupting. I did have a peek last night, but it hasn't done anything during our nighttime, their daytime kind of thing. So not sure what to think of it, but probably simmering down a little bit. Anyway, I do like that. Sakurajima is just a beautiful shot. That's a lovely, lovely volcano, even though it's not doing anything. Okay, so we had a look at Japan. Let's slide down to well, where shall we go? I think we will go over to Merapi, and we're going to have a look at what Merapi looks like right now. 6:45 a.m., 6:46 a.m. there, Merapi, Indonesia. That is Central Java, for those people who are looking on their maps. We'll point those out later on the maps once we get to those. And that is what we're looking at. So looks pretty awesome. Let me get my mouse over there. And by the way, when you see the mouse, like during the break, I know there was some comments. Somebody was saying that Doc is doing something, but we don't see it. If I leave I have a whole bunch of pages open on the same monitor. And of course, I do screen captures off of those. So if I'm moving the mouse around anywhere on that screen, if that particular shot has the mouse feature turned on, then the mouse becomes visible. Even if I am on a different page, it still shows up on that one. And that's what you were seeing. So I try to hide those and turn them off when I do remember. Anyway, let's see. Who else? Does somebody else sneak in here? Just looking here. We got Henry earlier. William Bull made it in. I see Kim Raudenbush also is here. Welcome. And going up. Cynthia also made it in. Good to see you. Sasha, I think we got you earlier. And Alan Coker, of course, got you as well. But anyway, if there's a few people that I didn't call your name out, don't be offended or anything. I do miss people sometimes, and I try to say hi to everyone. Anyway, since it is only 6:48, it doesn't take long before we get into the wee hours of the darkness, and that is not quite dark yet. Kind of a golden time there when the sun is rising. That's about an hour ago. Let's bring it back a little bit more, and that's let's see, right about there is about 2 hours ago. And actually I want to back that up just a little bit more, and then we can see what that little plume looked like as it came out. Maybe go 10 seconds at a time here, kind of expedite the process. Maybe not. Let's go even further. There we go. Go back another 10-15 seconds. Alright, so that's about when that eruption was happening, and you can see it's fairly bright. And if we let that play through now, you can see the lava up on the top. Obviously, you can see it on the other side here as well. This is the backside, or the other opening on the top of that crater. It's got multiple vents up top. But that is a pretty good amount of lava moving down the side of the hill. And of course, it left behind some big bacon streaks. So pretty awesome to see. But these weren't the biggest ones. There were some much bigger ones earlier today. And if we get to a couple of them, I think this one here was pretty decent. Let's see if we can speed that up a little bit and get it into the right spot. There we go. So that's where it got bright. and then from there it rolled down. Now that's at about 4:20 a.m. Too early to do anything, and we do see that lava moving down the hill quite a bit. Let's see. My mouse isn't working on there, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. All right. There we go. We can see it there and there. That's perfect and pretty awesome. And that is a fair amount of material coming down the hill. Now, I don't think that wasn't that much, but yeah, I don't know if I'd call it extra bacon, but it is bacon, and it is sliding down the hill, so maybe one extra bacon. But it definitely was throwing out some material. If we go just a little bit before that, I want to get to this other eruption here, and this one was a little bit better. I'll see if I can move it forward just a little. There we go. And when this one started, this did go a little bit further. Yes, we are missing this other camera, but there's nothing I can do about the feed. When they turn it off or it goes off for whatever reason, it's off, right? But this one definitely is the extra bacon one, and that's what you're seeing coming down that hill. And it does look pretty awesome. It moved quite a ways down, so you know, when you see that, you know that there is a fair amount of ejecta when it makes it all the way down to the bottom of what we're seeing as far as the so-called hill. Like this is it. Most of the flows end up right around here somewhere, and you can kind of see where they get constricted and into little valleys here, and slide down. But that is pretty awesome, and that's a nice shot. Not as much vibrant lava open wise, but definitely a lot of heated material coming down there and getting dirty very, very quickly. That is extra bacon. You bet. It is bacon for sure, and we like it. Going back a little bit more, we did have a few other fair-sized eruptions happening. I'm going to leave it on this one because this wasn't the only time that it threw that material out. But I'm just kind of lining up where the next one was here. There was more bacon coming from that particular eruption. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to move it yet, but I'll locate the next one here, roughly, and then we'll have a look. And I think this is probably about the biggest one that we did see. We did look at Taal, just at it briefly. We haven't discussed anything with it. We know that it was a level 4, it got dropped to a level 2, and then it got raised back up to a level 3. So I don't know if you've heard anything other than that, and that would be pretty cool. Anyway, there is a little bit more of that bacon, and that is definitely a little bigger eruption than you've seen normally. Sneaks some goat seed in. Hey, we don't have goats. Mountain goat maybe. Doc Stromboli. No, it's Doc Fox, not Doc Stromboli. Is Stromboli doing something though? Let's pause that, and we will have a peek at Stromboli. And I'm curious. When people mention that thing, I'm probably going to have to check it. Live picture of Stromboli. No, nothing at Stromboli. I don't see any lava. Let's just so you know, that's Stromboli right now, and that is at current time. The reason it's so light up here, and that's the moon. lighting up the clouds from above. So, but yeah, that is Stromboli there, not doing a heck of a lot. Not seeing anything on the thermal either. So I'm going to go back over to where I was, and we will let that continue to move ahead here. Let me get myself back into it, and there we go. I'm back to Indonesia, and that's kind of, you know, like I say, a little bit more bacon. Beautiful to see that, and not sure, you know, if there was anything really bigger than that. This seemed to be the kind of a multi-eruption event where it did it like 3 or 4 times in a row, and we do like that. You can see that again, a burst of lava coming down, and of course you can see over here on this side every once in a while it kind of flashes up because you can see that it's actually throwing more material out. The bottom right pic is sweet. Yeah, that looks pretty good when it's rolling down the hill like that. You know, it is actually quite impressive from the distance that these guys are away with the cameras and stuff like that. And you can see the measurements on the screen there. Top left, 6.7 kilometers away. Bottom left, 9 kilometers. Bottom right is 7 kilometers away. So all these cameras, different locations. Top right, of course, 4.7 kilometers. Looks pretty cool. Anyway, that's kind of what it did. Don't want to linger there too much because we're not going to see any of the other ones if we don't get at them. And of course, that is Semeru. Unfortunately, they don't have the recorder on that particular screen, so when we try to go back, oh, maybe they do now. Oh, they did turn it on. Yay! Oh. I said yay too soon. That is nighttime shots. And let's go back. So that, right where I clicked was good, but when you go back even a few more minutes, that's what you've seen, and that wasn't so good. And if we go back before that, let's see if we get there. I'm glad they turned the DVR portion on for this. It's really nice. But and then further on in the morning is when things started to get light, and that was at 4:23 a.m. And that, I mean, it is a beautiful looking shot of the volcano, and unfortunately it's not doing a heck of a lot right now. And then we get into the daylight, and picturesque if you're asking me, but it is what it is, and we're not going to worry about that too much. Let's pop around to our other volcanoes. So I want to do okay, yeah, well, I'm on the page. You might as well use this first. This, I was going to show you Azores, and of course our wonderful Sao George in Azores, and that's what our latest earthquakes were. And when we click on those, they don't really do anything, I don't think. No, not on this particular map. Oh, I can't click there. Never mind. I got to get onto the map. Where's the map? Too many pages open. There we go. Click here. Yeah. So 5 hours ago, 2.3, 13 kilometers down, and it gives you the coordinates and stuff for where that was. This one is at 4 hours ago, and if we click on that, it'll actually tell you it's 6 hours ago, because I've had this open for a couple hours already looking at it. Anyway, at 1826 and 11 kilometers down on that one, and that's quite a ways down. 7 kilometers down on this other one, that is a 2.4, and that actually happened yesterday at 23:36. So those are the only ones that we really see. While we're looking at this, the uptick or elevated areas that were rising was on this side of the island, as where everything was uplifting. But we do know, if we zoom in a little bit more, we do know that there's a fissure that runs through right in the middle of this. Then there's another one right, actually probably going right through this along here, and it kind of stops over here. And then there's one just right offshore that is very close. So that's kind of what we're seeing there. And by the way, the map that I'm using here is from it is volcanodiscovery.com, just so we have that for all of you who are interested in going there and having a look. You can find it there, and they do list the earthquakes below it, and that's all awesome and cool. Okay, I do see it is break time, and I just want to go quick shot here. That is Tolica, and before we lose the rest of the light in Nicaragua. This one, of course, is our updated picture. It is from today at 1859, and that is a Messiah in Nicaragua. Definitely active. You can see the little hole down here. It's got some lovely lava in it. So if you want to get your sacrificial goat and have it wander on in, you can do that. And of course, the last volcano in Nicaragua that we're looking at is San Cristobal, and that is being quiet. And that's this guy right there. This is what Popocatépetl looks like in Mexico right now. Not very good visibility, and there's the other side of it, and you can't see a darn thing. And Fuego, of course, is not online right now, so we're not going to see that at all. Okay, let me pop you over to, it's a choice. What do they got going? Oh my God, it's snowing there too. Everywhere I look, it's snowing. It's snowing in Japan. It's snowing in Yellowstone. It's snowing at my house. I don't like snow anymore. I want to go there. Okay, there's palm trees there. I like this place. All right, you guys. I'm your host, DrFox2000. If you are enjoying our VolcanoX live stream, please, if you haven't hit that like button yet, do give it a quick shot. That would really be awesome, and I would really appreciate that. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, do consider hitting the subscribe button if you are enjoying what you're watching and you want to see more of it in the future. Don't forget to hit that notification bell while you're there. And on that friendly note, I am going to go take a break, and I will be back in 5 minutes or so. Popcorn. Who's got popcorn? Oh boy. Goat seems to eat anything. Well, what? So my aunt's goat did include her best roses. Oh boy. Yeah, your roses are good. Yona, welcome, and hi, and hit the like button. Okay, I really do appreciate that. We're almost at 100, and that is awesome. Maybe we can make it up to 150 today to hit that mini challenge that we usually throw out there, and that is really cool. Wow, great film. Wow. Great films. Thank you kindly for the $3 super chat, and that is really awesome. Do appreciate the support. Okay, I am going to go take a break for 5 minutes. Don't go away, you guys. I am going to come back on with some wonderful bacon seeds, and then we will go from there. We'll see what else we got on our agenda. Definitely want to have a look at Hawaii. since two pineapples mentioned that they had some larger quakes there. So that is kind of interesting to find out what's going on. There's a lot of stuff that we've missed yesterday because of not being on, and it is pretty awesome. So we're going to try to, we got to keep going with it. Anyway, keep smiling, you guys, and I will be back in 5 minutes. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. No food fights, okay? And that would be really nice. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and this is VolcanoX, a live stream. Don't go away. Thank you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the mic back on. Music went back down a little bit, and awesome to have all of you on here. What is with the goats today? Hi, Linda. And thank you, Piggy. Grandma B is cleaning up. Okay. Why are you cleaning up, Grandma B? Oh, hang on. What's all that fruit all over the floor here? Brian, a rock rail fan, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And Arliss Scott also made it in. Welcome, Arliss. And did I miss a few others here? Cananuscus Country, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And thanks. Thanks for being there last night. Just a little too much and overwhelming for me, so I had to kind of clear my mind. Did we get Paul Williams as well? Sasha is also in the house. Welcome. And I'm just looking to see if I missed any other names like Maui Me. And welcome, Maui Me. Of course, we got Yona earlier. And Yona is in Iceland, of course. So she's going to be sending us wonderful pictures of that. Craig Thor also in the house. Good to see you. And let's see what else we got. Jane Binch, welcome. Glad to have you back. I think I might have said you earlier there, but just double checking. If I say it twice, at least I know I got you. Okay, that's good for right now. So anyway, let us carry on looking at other things. Right now, I did say that we wanted to go have a look at our wonderful bacon seeds, and let's put those on. So here we go. Let's have a little bit of bacon seed fun. And hang on. That's not a bacon seed. What happened there? That looks more like a wabbit. A wabbit being a rabbit imposter, impersonator. All right, let's carry on and see what else we got. Oh, that's not a wabbit either, or a bacon seed. That is Poppet. Get off of there, Poppet. And the bunny go away too. There we go. Hey, now we got a bacon seed. Edith, welcome. Glad to have you on board. Raymond Bensler also here. Welcome. Good to see you. Perfectibility 999. Brian, I think I said hi to you earlier, but I just noticed you again. Karen is also here, and glad to have you on board. And yeah, this is definitely our first beautiful looking little bacon seed, and it is definitely a cutie. I like those little guys. They are awesome. And okay, let's get to our next bacon seed picture. And of course, that is a mama with a whole bunch of little bacon seeds. Hard to count there, but my God, that almost looks like a dozen in there. You can't tell where Mama stops and the little ones start. And there is quite a few. Okay, I'm not going to worry about counting them. The picture isn't as clear as possible, so we're not going to worry about that. But this little snout feller there definitely is an awesome looking little bacon seed. And looking right into the camera, staring at you. 13 baker's dozen. Okay, Sue. Yep, the piggy family. And let us get to our very last one here, and that is as bacon seed as you can get. That is just a little tiny little baby, and as you can see, that would be probably an hour old, if that. And that is a very, very young little bacon seed. And even at that young age, it's smiling. It's a newborn piggy, and he's smiling. Micro pig, 1 hour old. Okay. And that is awesome. Gotta love it. Fresh out of the oven. oddly colored. Yes, it is a little bit weird colored. Black head and pink nose, and then the body looks to be pretty much all pink. We'll have to see when he grows up and what he would look like. So, but yeah, beautiful little micro pig. Gotta love it. And let's see what else we've got here for our other volcano stuff. And let's pop over to Hawaii. And of course, that is the screenshot that you've seen when we started things today. And I'm going to get myself to that page, and whoop, there we go. And we're going to refresh that because that was actually from yesterday at 02:41 in the morning. And this is what it looks like now. And the picture isn't the greatest, a little on the fuzzy side, but you do see our primary event area, our little spot down here. It almost looks like they've pulled this camera view back a little bit because we're seeing more. And I don't know what this is here yet. Almost looks like mini craters, like mini hornitos trying to build themselves. Anyway, this particular opening here has tried to build itself up as a hornito several times, and then it overflows and washes away with lava. But it has a tube going down into the lava lake, if you want to call it that, or pond, and down in the bottom. And that's where that lava is flowing. Some of it, of course, was flowing in this direction as well. And then we have another spot back here, and that is flowing out to the backside, creating this lava lake area here. And if you look at it, you can see how funny it looks, a ripply type thing. As it cools, it does that. Pretty cool, pretty awesome. Again, at 2:41 a.m. on the 14th, I'm going to refresh that. And that is what it looks like now in its sunshine and beautiful day. And there you can see the primary vent, and there's the little secondary one. The lava lake is not as well defined right now. We do see some of it, but it's because of so much light. But here you see what I was talking about. It's right there, but there's another spot here. We may be going to see another vent open up in there. And I don't know if you want to call it a vent or just another exit for material. But definitely will continue. Let's have a look at the other side. This is one it was looking like, again, 2:40 in the morning roughly on the 14th. And I'm going to refresh that so we have it for right now. And that is kind of a mess. And when we're looking at that, we know that that toe or round puddle was right here, but this is new. So they definitely had enough lava coming through here that it continued on and started to pour into this area as well. So we're going to see a bumpier area in this whole lava lake area. It's going to change somewhat, and it's going to be interesting to watch that. I'm going to get into the thermal, 2:28 a.m. On the 14th, and this is what it looks like right now. And there you go. You can actually see what I was saying there about the little path leaving from the toe area and flowing out into that area. And this is that new fresh lava that I was saying was coming from down at the bottom there, and that's about as far as we can see. This is the edge of the crater right here. So pretty awesome to see that. That's our primary vent. This is where that little flow was coming out and going to the right side, whereas this other material looks like it's either coming there or from here and flowing into this area here, and cool to see. So things are definitely changing in Hawaii, and awesome to see. Not sure what all we're going to see in the future. Also see that hot spot up here, and a little bit along the edges. If I slide that up a little bit, you can kind of see that's already cooling off over there. So probably not that much happening, but this is definitely noticeable. And this is definitely just as hot as that material. So we do have the lava flowing into two different areas right now. All right, and I'm going to refresh this one because I had some issues. It did not show earthquakes earlier, and I'm not happy with that. I may have to use a different map. No, still not bringing my earthquakes up. Oh, hang on, it's starting to populate things. Maybe not. No, I don't see my earthquakes. The earthquakes are broken. Okay, there's no more earthquake activity in Hawaii. I'm kidding. There's all kinds of it. Leo Carlson, welcome. Glad to have you on board, Leo. And good to see you. And let us use a slightly different map then, since that one is not working. I will use this one, and we will zoom in to Hawaii and have a look. Oh, look at the busy area. And that is quite busy in the Pahala area, and that is, let's see, 2.3, and that was today's 1727, and there were supposed to be some bigger ones in here. Not sure if we can find them. 4.5 right there. That happened today at 5:58 a.m. Hawaii time. Here's another one, 4.6 right in there. Happened at 5:58 as well. So definitely some activity in that area. 2.6, little less, but definitely still in there. A larger one, 4.3. That one was felt a little bit more because of going into the green and having a 4 on the shaker. Or is it 6? That's a 6, never mind. So definitely we've had some earthquakes there that are of concern, and once they get into that sizing, over the 4 mark, you're going to start feeling those things if you're fairly close. So pretty awesome to see that, and I never knew there was a little town there. Wow. That's not very far away from that lava flow. Those poor people must get shaken all the time here. And here's their levels, 3.2 on that one. Sorry, 2.3 I should say. Dyslexia strikes again. 2.3 on this, a brand new one here. And then we do have these other ones, 2.4. And that's kind of what we're seeing in that area. Not bad. I am just checking out here. I don't see anything super new out here near the Luihi Seamount. That is pretty awesome. Okay, and let's see. That should be okay. Zoom back out a little bit, and we will go up to this one here, and that is up near the top of Mauna Loa, and we do see a fairly new one there. So 8:37 a.m. at 2.8 kilometers in depth, so slightly below sea level, I guess, and we will deal with that. Okay, what do we got going on here? Hang on. Why is my map not working? I clicked that other map. Darn it. I'm just looking at what's coming out here and we're not seeing it. And there we go. My bad. Sorry, guys. And we'll go through here again. The ones I was pointing to are these guys here. Okay, 4.3, 4.5, and then the 4.6 right there. So those are the bigger ones that we've seen in there, and that's my bad. Apologize for that. Yep, map. That's what happens when you get looking at the one screen and not looking at the other screen. So, my bad, you guys. My bad. But this one here, this is the little town I was talking about. I didn't know that was there. That's pretty cool. And then we have these guys here, 2.3, 1.8, 2.4, and then that newer one, 2.3. Yeah, my bad. It happens, guys. Sorry. So anyway, that one 2.0, and when I was looking out here, Luihi Seamound would be right around here, and this one is way beyond it. But as we see, that is still in the Pahala area doing its thing. So up here, Mauna Loa. And that's that one up there, 2.3, and we don't see too many others in that area, with some older stuff, of course. That one is from the 10th. This one is from the 13th. This guy way over here, 13th as well, and this guy, 12th. So a little bit of a variety there. If we slide over a little bit and get that centered, of course, whoop, don't want to fall right in, and that is our Kilauea, and these are the older ones, 1.6 in that area from the 12th. This is 10th, and this is also from the 10th. So they're a little bit older, but I don't know how far. Yeah, that one zooms in quite a ways. Yeah, and you can see that's where the primary vent area is. That's actually filled up quite a bit since this picture was taken, so that's an older picture. But does look pretty cool, pretty awesome. We don't see anything else around the other areas. We do have that one that was from the 12th. That was 2.3, not that big. And I'm not sure why that would have been out there. And that's about it for Hawaii. And of course you can see that Hawaiian chain. Hawaii sits on a hot spot, right? And then as the islands move away, that hot spot stays stationary, and then they float away. And you know, in a couple million years, 6 million years, you'll have this big island sitting over here where Oahu is, and the other ones all kind of scattered up the road. But what happens eventually with Hawaii, over the eons going by, it will go zip all the way up here, and then it'll get up into this corner, and then it will get in and subduct underneath the Aleutian chain here, and then it will become recycled, and it will come back out one of the other ridges or something like that. Gives you a pretty good idea of where it's going. Anyway, while we're on this map, we'll take a look at a few of the other ones. This is 5.1 South Sandwich Islands, and of course we know Michael Volcano is down there. This is a fairly big 5.3 in Chile, and we had this 5.2 in El Salvador, Central America. And of course the red dots are the freshest ones here, and this is along the San Andreas Fault. And these guys are usually just little guys, nothing to worry about overly. You know, no big concern. As long as we continue to see a whole bunch of little ones, we're all good with that San Andreas Fault. Means it continues to move, and this monstrosity over here, this a little bit of a mess, that is Puerto Rico, of course, and that is that swarm that's always happening right around Puerto Rico. And there you can see, and of course it's this plate here subducting underneath this plate, causing all the rumbling. And let's just slide out here a little bit. I want to see what else is in the mid-Atlantic ridge. We had a couple right there. These are from the 9th and the 10th, and 5.3, and what was the other one? 5.0. There's another one underneath it there apparently. 5.0 again. So definitely something happening there. We do see this one out here that we looked at, and that was a while ago already, from the 9th. That was, it's actually part of the Canary Islands, and we did notice that there. They don't show anything for the Azores on here, of course, and there's your Azore Islands, and there's your mid-Atlantic ridge, and here's that other slip ridge that you have coming in here. And unfortunately they don't show the fissures going through there, but you notice that ridge going right through that island, eh? That's pretty nasty. Anyway, I'm surprised there's not more earthquakes in that area. And here's another spot. And of course up to Iceland there, and you can see there, you can actually see where the mid-Atlantic ridge actually goes through it. And that is pretty awesome, and then it cuts back over like that, and we are seeing earthquakes on these lines quite a bit, and we've seen that swarm out here before as well. Looks awesome, you guys, and I am going to leave it there for right now. 20 old deers sound like a knit and natter party. Knit and natter party? You mean like old hens? All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't want to get in trouble here. It is Pepsi time. I'm putting you back on to all. I'll let you look at that, and I'm going back over, turning up my music for my break here. And I did want to add something for those people who haven't been over to the Solar Sky channel. I did add something to the channel, and that was because we always see the both views of the sun, or at least two of them, in different scales of what we call infrared, or sorry, ultraviolet, IR, whatever. Different light levels, but I did add a solar flare detection chart on it, so that hopefully will work out and keep you guys kind of apprised to what's going on there. And of course, the last one that they showed was a sea level 1.6 that happened a while ago. So anyway, don't want to throw that at you too much there. That is, it's cool though. And I want to get off of here and go take that 5-minute break. Please don't go away, you guys. We'll go through a bunch of more stuff after I come back. It was okay, cool. I was curious about that recent one. Thanks, Doctor. Well, you're welcome. And it is Pepsi time. I'm going to do that. Kim left his mouse. Quick. Arizona Snowman, get the hammer out and nail that mouse. That's causing him all the buffering problems. All right, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Keep smiling, you guys. You are watching the VolcanoX live stream, and I'm your host, DrFox2000, going on a little bit of a break. I'll be back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the microphone back on, and we'll slide that music down a whole bunch there, and just on the tiny bit. So it should be gone, or pretty much, and that is really good. Thank you, Leo. I appreciate that. Welcome, and welcome back to all of you. And I'm your host, DrFox2000. You are watching the VolcanoX live stream, and I kind of like my new name. Thanks, Cananaskis Country and Piggy, and I appreciate that. Also, Arizona Snowman and Paul and Kevin and Sue with her. Is it a pina colada that you're drinking, Sue? Yes, VolcanoX. And you know, I think that actually fits well, because VolcanoX is basically, we do have, yes, Piggy, I'll get to that in a sec. We do have all kinds of different volcanoes that we talk about, so rather than, you know, turning around and kind of nailing it to one, VolcanoX gives you pretty much everybody. So it's pretty cool. And we can always add or subtract the volcano as required. Now, I wanted to, yeah, Piggy, I did see your command request, and you will have one for tomorrow's stream, and I will come up with something. We'll see how that works. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with it, but I've got some good ideas. And yeah, hides. Sorry, no, you're all right. No hiding needed, Piggy. You're doing okay. If you haven't, please hit that like button. Yes, do that. We're trying to get to 150. We're a little bit shy, only at 117. I see. That's what counts. Ideas. Okay. We will definitely get that in there. What was the new emoji? We don't have a new emoji yet. I didn't put any new ones in. Not as of yet. I'm still working on one that I want to get in there, and that is the submarine one, and that it's not so easy to fit in the screen and make it work properly. I've tried it with several different ones. I might have to do my own. Haha, I hear you, Doc. Oh, I'm glad you hear me, Sharon. Anyway, we'll see how that goes. Anyhow, okay, let's get back to our show here. And we were looking at earthquakes, and that we kind of finished off with looking at the worldwide earthquakes. I did want to pop over to La Palma. I'm going to refresh that. There is not a heck of a lot going on there, but we'll just look anyway. We do see this guy over here. That is a 2.6, 10 kilometers down, happened on the 13th. So it's been there for a little while. And when we look up top here, that other big red one that we seen on the other map, that was here, or yellow, I guess, was right around that spot. So not anything there anymore, and it's been quiet ever since. Looking at where we are here, we do see one tiny little one that is 1.8, 20 kilometers down, and that's kind of right halfway between Gran Canaria and Tenerife. But on La Palma, we only see 4. That's it. La Palma has gone quiet, and that's a 2.0. And that's 20 kilometers down. This guy here is right in the volcano area, and it's a 1.6 kilometers down, This guy here up on top of the crest or the ridge is 4 kilometers down, 1.4, and this other one down on the bottom, 1.9, or pardon me, 1.6, 9 kilometers down. And again, that was from yesterday. So these are, the only one that's actually from today is this guy. And that is this top one, that right there. And I don't think that's going to matter much. Nobody would have felt that, and that's a little too far down. But it is what it is. Let's go take a look at this map here. One thing I'm really disappointed with these guys is that they're not showing what's happening at the Azores on this map anymore. So we'll have to take a look and see what happens from the other one that we have for the Azores. And I'm thankful for that one, because that actually shows what's going on. We do see this little swarm continuing right down here near the Strait of Gibraltar, and I don't know what to make of this. You know, I'm not going to turn around and sound weird or anything, but is it possibility that we're going to have a volcano pop out there? And quite frankly, anything is possible. So always keep an eye on that, and we'll take a look in the future and see what happens with it. Volcano swarms are, earthquake swarms usually indicate some kind of a movement, and makes you wonder. This is a little bit of an older one here. Well, it's not that old. 2.3, Sicily, Italy, and that is fairly far down, 127 kilometers in depth. There we go, my mouse is acting up again. This other one here, 4.5, that they would have felt in the local areas, 10 kilometers down, and that happened at 1:34 this morning, their time. And then you have this little guy over here, 2.3, and that was yesterday at 1 minute after midnight yesterday, right? 11 kilometers down on that one. And that's pretty awesome. A little bit bigger one here, 4.4. I don't know if Piggy would have felt that out there, but definitely had it. And of course, if we zoom in here, this is the island of Kos, where Piggy is. And over here in Rhodes, they had a 2.0. And then there's another little guy here. Whoa, come on, click on it. There we go, 2.8. Not too far out of Rhodes as well. So I don't know if that would be noticeable there at 3.2, and that one is 8 kilometers down. Again, might have been something Piggy felt in that area. I'm not sure though. Anyhow, I'm not going to panic with those too much. Kevin Haynes, I must leave. Good night all, and thank you, Dr. Fox, and all the mods. And no problem. Take care, Kevin Haynes. All the best to you, and thank you for your super chat, and do appreciate the support, and glad that you're had a chance to get in here and get on board anyway. So pretty awesome. Let's see, 5.5 out here in the Tonga area, and some other ones, 5.4 out in Vanuatu. And come on, click on it, don't slide in. 5.1, and that is right next door to Papua New Guinea. And then, of course, when we look here, this is, of course, Indonesia, and that's the island of Java. Up here near where Krakatoa is, we do see a bunch. And again, this is a subduction zone here. This is subducting under this land. And when that goes in underneath, it's going to raise this up a little bit and cause shakers. So that's what we're seeing. And 3 there. That was a couple days, yesterday. Another 3.8, a 3.9, and Java. Yep. And I think that's about it. And if I'm not mistaken, this is Krakatoa in here somewhere. So pretty cool, pretty awesome. Not going to worry too much about the other earthquakes around. We do see some larger ones here, 4.1. Not too bad. And I think that's pretty much it for the basics. Let's take a look at our volcano map. And again, we're going through it real quick. Astja in Iceland and Eruption. We may see a new one here soon. We'll see, hopefully. That would be nice. And of course here we see St. George showing that it is an orange, and hopefully it will. I don't know if I'm really going to hope for it to go. I just hope it pops out in the water and doesn't cause anybody any problems. This one here, La Palma, of course, Cumbre Vieja, and this is Michael Volcano down here, South Sandwich Islands, and that was a 5.1 there. And then, of course, our basically what we call our ring of fire all the way around. And we're really missing a volcano in here. There should be 2 or 3 more volcanoes. That would be nice, wouldn't it, if we seen some in here? Like, you know, we could put one in, I don't know, you pick a place. Washington could maybe get one, and we can get one here somewhere halfway up the British Columbia coast. Maybe just right here. Then we could sit here on Vancouver Island and look at it from a safe spot. Of course, those are the Aleutian Islands. There's your Pavlov, Great Sitkins, and Semi, and Davidoff, of course. And that's the Kamchatka Peninsula. I'm not going to try to pronounce these Russian names, so we're good for now. And those are there. And here's our wonderful stuff in Japan. Up top here, Ontake-san, and then that is where Aso is located. And then we've got the other ones, Sakurajima, right there. And then we've got a couple more that are not so active, and then Suwanosajima sitting right down at the bottom end to take up the slack. These guys out here are not doing a heck of a lot, and kind of happy about that. This is where Taal is located here in the Philippines, and it's got Sangay of the Philippines, Sangay volcano, because we also have the other volcano over in across the pond here. There's a there it is, Sangay volcano in Ecuador. So don't confuse the two. And apparently Nevado del Ruz has been going off. Sue Hayes did send me some stuff on it. I did not get chances to look at it yet, but I will, and we'll try to give you an update on that. Also, there's Wolf Volcano out there on the Galapagos Islands, as well as Fernandina out here in the Galapagos as well, but that one is a little bit more of an idle state. Reventator in Ecuador, also still very active. So these are always interesting to look at and see what happens. This is our Popocatépetl, and Fuego would be in here somewhere. There it is. And Santiaguito, Guito. I don't know if I said it right. Pacaya behind that, and then we go down. There's Talika and Masaya, And then we've got the other ones in Costa Rica here. A little bit more passive guys as far as that is concerned. So that kind of gives you our volcanoes that are really cooking. And if we cruise back in here a little bit, of course Etna, Volcano, and Stromboli and Campi in Italy, Sicily area. And then of course here we still have our stuff in DR Congo and Tasmania, or Tanzania. Bleh. I'll get it, not Tasmania, Tanzania. This is not south of Australia, okay? Erta Ale in Ethiopia, so we're all good that way. And not sure what this Mayotte Island volcano is doing. That's kind of where we are at with the volcanoes. So we'll leave that map be, and let us pop over to looking at our other stuff, and that will be our weather material. And I know I'm probably missing out on something here, but we'll work on it and get through all of it. I'm going to refresh this. It's only a couple of hours old. There we go. Fixed. And we'll start with North America, looking at what we've got for SO2. Boy, this twirly is really going around driving the weather system. And that is pretty awesome. We can see the Gulf Stream is pulling up and throwing a lot more warmer air. So if you got a sailboat and you leave here and you get into that stream, you have to head south for a little while, and then you shoot back up at high speed. You can make it across the big pond there in no time. Not too much SO2 all around. Let's get rid of that. Southern Mexico, of course, Popocatépetl, as well as Mexico City, doing a pretty good job throwing some of that SO2 out. And then we go down the coast from our different volcanoes. We know what they're doing. So some of them are better than others. This particular picture here is of Messiah. And I think these are aliens heading over to check out Messiah. I'm not sure, but if we make it a little bigger, you decide. Kidding. Those are people walking along there. And of course, this is what is it? Del Ruz over here, and Sangay down here, and Reventador right about here. Galapagos Islands not throwing off any SO2 gas that we can see, and that's probably good for all those turtles and everything out there. Down the coast, not too much in South America. We see the northern portions of Brazil are very clear, and as well as looking at most of Colombia and Venezuela, and then French Guiana and those places, all staying fairly clear, which is awesome to see. Zoom back out a little bit. Let's get rid of this for now. Of course, White Isle volcano that they took off of our volcano list, and I don't know if that's what that camera is showing. No, showing open ocean. That's where it used to be, and this is, well, come on, show that. There you can see our volcano. Is it? Yeah. Ruapehu. Actually, this is Ruapehu here, and that is the other volcano that is not too far away from it. But it's Ruapehu, and that is the concern in New Zealand. And we'll zoom back out. This is the Tonga area right there, and then well, I'm a little too far out. So Tonga, Fiji is right there. So Tonga, and that'll be Tafua that's doing that. This, of course, is wonderful Yasur. No, is it Yasur? Yeah, Yasur. Yasur, that's Yasur. And of course, Vanuatu. We have the 3 volcanoes out there doing their thing. So pretty awesome to see. And if we zoom that out just slightly, we can see that we do have some other spots where we do notice that SO2 being higher in level. So, and there is again our wonderful Java Island or Indonesia. That is West Java, Central Java, and East Java, and our volcanoes are Krakatoa out in the west end, Merapi in the middle, and Semeru down on this side. So that's what's causing those problems, as well as some population issues there, but nothing too bad. Wow, Gura, awesome, Gura. And thank you for that wonderful super chat. You're throwing them out there pretty good today. 109 Swedish kroners. Thank you kindly. Do appreciate that. And that is a pretty awesome super sticker. I never seen that one before with the glasses. That does look kind of neat. Anyway, that's what we're seeing there. So thank you kindly, Guru. I do appreciate it. Zooming in here a little bit to Taal, obviously we can see that some of that is from Taal. The other stuff there as well will be from, there's Taal Lake. Actually, let's get right into it. There's Taal Lake and there's Taal volcano, and you notice the SO2 seems to be higher over in this area, and that is directly proportional to population. So that's what we've got going on there. And let's see, if we zoom back out a little bit more, I want to just have a quick peek at the other areas. Again, down here, South Africa, these are the mining areas down here. You've got platinum mines, gold mines, and the like. So that's what we're seeing. And this right here, Republic of Congo, that volcano is off-gassing pretty nasty. Erta Ale is not throwing that much out. We do see that. A matter of fact, it's less of a polluter than what we have over here in this city and all those things. And let's zoom in here a little bit to that would be Etna here, Volcano and Stromboli. And I see the wind is blowing that down into this area. And that is not too bad, and I don't know if that's going to matter much. There's not much in this area of Algeria, I don't think, but I don't know. I've never been there. I don't think that's going to matter much there, though. I think that's just about it for our SO2. Looking around the world, I didn't see anything really major. You know, we have our normal pollution out of India and China. That is still doing its thing. And of course, the trails coming off of Kamchatka Peninsula as that gets swirled around. And I'm hoping that is an SO2 eater up here, where this will continue to eat up some of that material, rather than letting it escape and get over to North America. And the rain will definitely wash it out of the sky, so that'll be awesome if it clears up a little bit. And I think that's good for right now. Nothing in Iceland as far as SO2 is concerned. And looking at Spain is fairly clear. Morocco, not bad. We got a little bit of a plume from that Etna stuff there. But England has a little bit. I don't know where it's coming from, whether that's from just circulation the way it goes, or if they're just not getting enough air movement there. That would be interesting to know. Although we've seen a lot of air blowing across England, so I can't see it being stale. All right, let's pop over to our weather map, and again, I'm going to refresh this one. As you can see down on the bottom here, it's 1600. It should be somewhere around 1900. So 3 hours is a big difference if you're looking for storms and things. And there, that is a little bit more up to date. While we're here, let's check out Iceland first. The place that has very little snow left, and here's why. 7 and 8 degrees out here on the Reykjanes Peninsula, and that is pretty awesome. It really has warmed up in Iceland. We do still have some colder spots below freezing, but those of course are in the areas that are basically glaciated. So it stands to be cold, right? That's what we're going to see. But it is getting the Gulf Stream from North American's Gulf Stream blowing onto it, warming up some of that area, as well as it's getting into Ireland and England and Scotland, those areas. Also seeing some beautiful warm air in France, and also warmed up quite a bit in Spain. It was earlier in the day, it was really warm in Germany from the sounds of things for the most part, but it has cooled down. It is nighttime there right now, so that's why we're seeing cooler temperatures, but still doesn't look too bad. Quick look up here at Sweden and Norway and Finland, and they are still a little cold in the higher areas in the mountains, but doesn't look too bad when we look at Stockholm, 0, and the interior here a little bit warmer, 4 or 5 degrees. Oslo, 4 degrees Celsius. So getting into spring for those people as well, which is pretty awesome, and we like it. And let's see, can we zoom in here? And I'm from right about here between Lübeck and Hamburg, and that is that's kind of neat right there. And if you guys ever want to read some interesting stuff, look up the UFO crash that happened, and I will try to find the place here. There was a UFO crash here somewhere back in 1961, and no, I'm not going to tell you that that's when I got here. Anyway, I'll have to take a look and see exactly where it was here. I'll find it, but there was a crash and a craft that apparently was hauled away by the U.S. Army back in 1961, and they loaded it up on a flatbed, and down the Autobahn it went. And I'll dig out a little bit more of that story later on. So was pretty cool. But yeah, this Bad Olislo, that's right near where I came from, right about here. So that's giving you the secrets of where I'm from, an alien planet. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, looking at North America, we see that cold low coming in over Hudson's Bay has curled around, and it's going to give eastern Canada the what for pretty soon. They've got some pretty good cold temperatures still coming, and as that system moves in that direction, it's going to cool them off. Southern US, very warm. Canada sort of warming up slowly in the western areas. I like that. If we slide down into Mexico, we know it's pretty hot. And also going down into South America, not that hot in the jungles here of Brazil, the rainforest, if there's any of it left, but it is a little bit nicer there, and not too bad in Argentina and Chile, being normal. And of course you see the cold streak in the mountains there, so that's pretty normal. Sliding out here, let's have a look at New Zealand. A little warmer, I think, than what we seen it last time, which is actually kind of nice. Australia did get warm again for the most part, and that's not too bad. We do like that. And of course Indonesia and Philippines and all those wonderful islands, and India is fairly hot, and the entire Indian Ocean area very warm. Looking at Africa, not overly hot, which is kind of surprising considering all those sand dunes and everything. And I think that's just about good for there. Let's take a look at our precipitation real quick. And wow, okay, to the northwest of Iceland, heading towards Greenland, is where all that bad stuff is going. So more snow for Greenland, we don't mind that. And not too bad for Europe in general. I see the storms have moved out of Spain, which is really good. That storm that was sitting down here has dissipated. Really nice to have a little bit more breathing space for them, I guess. Oh, I didn't want that. Go away. There we go. And then we're looking at that equatorial storm. I notice it is still in existence, going pretty much all the way across the planet. And here we see some very sharp curved lines of some very heavy storms. And that is, of course, as I mentioned earlier, Brazil, the rainforest. And we've got that curling right out there. And seeing some of these other storms that have developed. And this is the time of the year where you're going to get those, right? As we get into summer in the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere goes into its winter portions, and we start to see a lot more severe storms down there. That, of course, being there in the tropics, there are thunderstorms happening. This down here is really moving, so I don't know, that's not that great of a, wouldn't want to be in there. A little easier up here in the Indian Ocean, but we do see this big thunderstorm. It's probably going to take on the northern part of Madagascar as well. Still a lot of other storm ridges in here, so pretty awesome to see that. And nothing overly whelming or dangerous out there. We do have a few little storms that are in the middle of the ocean here that may cause some problems, but I don't think for the most part it's not that bad. Florida, yikes, this doesn't look good. If you're living in Florida, be careful. You got some bad weather coming, and by the looks of this, that's gonna pretty much come right over top of all of Florida. So right now, looking down here, Dominican Republic and those areas, and that's over here, and Cuba and everything else, they are getting stormed on. Central America, of course, right here, Costa Rica, that's that central equatorial storm that continues all the way across the planet. awesome to see Hawaii while we're here, and a few spots of rain you can see on the there on the big island, and over on the northeast side of Oahu, northern end, of course a little bit more rain. I'm sure over in Maui they're going to get some as well. So Maui, you're going to get wet. You got some clouds coming. And I think that is about it for our weather. Here's that storm off of Japan, and hopefully this won't increase too much. I'm just curious here about wind speed in that thing. Let's see, 80, let's see, didn't get over 90 yet. Yeah, still, you know, something that is almost 90 kilometers an hour, that's about 45 miles an hour coming across there. That's still a pretty heavy-duty storm if that does come inland and go over top of Japan. So not the greatest big storm, but it'll be okay. Oh, Bangkok, 29.2 degrees. Pretty awesome. Okay, let's go back and down here to the bottom. I want to find the really cold temperature. Minus 65, I see. 68. Okay, minus 68 Celsius right there. Oh, I see minus 69 Celsius. Do we hear minus 70? Oh, hang on. There. Minus 70 degrees Celsius. There you go. That is about as cold as you can get. And if you feel that it's cold outside, just remind yourself those poor penguins down in the Antarctic are freezing at minus 70 degrees Celsius. That is, yeah, and that should give me about 15 thumbs up, okay? If your thumb doesn't freeze, please do hit the thumbs up, and that would really be awesome. But minus 70 degrees Celsius, that's ridiculous. And that's not the only spot. You know, we look at this area here as well. Minus 60s, high minus 60s. Wow. I don't know. I always admire that area. Just I can't see myself ever going there. I don't like cold. I live with cold enough, and we don't need that. Okay, that basically wraps it up, you guys, and thank you everyone for being here. Let's see if we can find you a decent volcano somewhere that's throwing some stuff out. Yvonne Kunkel made it in, and good morning, Yvonne. And it is evening here, but glad to have you on board. We were just thinking about you. We were looking at where we can send you on your next trip, and we found a spot that's minus 70 degrees Celsius, somewhere right around here. There's 69. Oh, there it is. Minus 70 degrees. So if you feel cold, think about being thankful that you're not there. Anyway, oh, Daryl R throws in a $2 super chat. Thank you kindly, Daryl. Daryl R, okay, double L at the end there, and a $2 super chat. Thank you kindly, Daryl. I do appreciate all of you guys throwing that support. Not in that cold. No. That's why I was thinking, I really don't want, as much as I think Erebus is beautiful to look at, and those ice crystals and everything, that looks awesome, but I don't want to go there. It's too cold. It's just too cold. Okay, we didn't spend any time looking at our old faithful geyser, and they've zoomed right in on it. And I think that's where we can stop the show for today. So I'm going to leave that on there, say thank you for watching. And this is Yellowstone National Park, the super volcano, of course, Yellowstone. And it is awesome. And of course, you see how much it's snowing there. It stopped snowing here, by the way, which is really, really helpful. I like that. But thank you, everyone, for being here today, and really do appreciate it. And you know, I wish we could have done a show yesterday, but circumstances were what they are. Anyway, I'm going to read through these super chats real quick, and thank you to each and every one of you. I'm not going to put amounts on there, just say the names here. So thank you kindly, you guys, and you all know who what you put in, so it's all cool. So Great Film 3, thank you. Gura, Paul Williams, Brian Perfectability 999, then Gura again, then Gura again, then Trev T, Kevin Haynes, Great Film 3 again, and Gura again, and Daryl R. Thank you all for the wonderful super chats. I really do appreciate that, and appreciate that wonderful support, you guys. That is absolutely awesome. Also, big thank you to all of you who are in here, who are members, the green names with the extra button behind it. And thank you all for you know, supporting the channel. It really does help out. Really do appreciate that. And of course, hey, Joris just got in here. I'm good. I just woke up. Soon I'm going to work. Okay, Joris. And glad you could pop in, though. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I will. I will dig that out. Because that was actually very, very interesting. A story, because it was so close to my home where I lived. It's you know, within 30 kilometers roughly, and it was when I was living there in Germany as a child. So that's why I did want to throw that in, Daryl. I'll throw that in on the next stream. Anyhow, a big thank you to all the members, of course. In 1961 is when that was. And there's it's a pretty cool story. So do want to say also thank you to my wonderful moderators, Arizona Snowman and Piggy, who were here for the most part. I see Bob C&D Boy is here now as well. And thank you guys for being here. Really do appreciate it. And remember, all of you in here are part of our wonderful lava family. And it doesn't matter, you know, whether you're a member or not. It's just you're still part of that wonderful lava family. So, on that friendly note, those people who have not hit that like button, please do consider hitting it. It really, really does help out in the YouTube analytics. And I will leave it as that. And here comes the lines that I usually say. And it's going to be a little hard to get out tonight. So I got to take a breath. Give me a second. And please, everyone, tell your loved ones that you love them tonight. For tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000. Good night, everyone, and thank you. Oink, oink.